Hello everyone, Alexa Donne here. I am a traditionally published author and today I am coming at you with some harsh writing advice. This is your tough love writing advice video, specifically aimed at you guys who are newer writers, who are thinking of writing a book or want to write a book. I'm here to tell you the things you need to hear that you might not necessarily want to hear, but let Auntie Alexa give it to you straight. Number 1, your first book is probably going to suck. It's just not going to be very good, but you have to write it. You can't write books if you don't write books, and fear of failure is not a good excuse, so just embrace that it's gonna suck and write the damn book. Thinking about writing or wanting to write isn't writing. Write. 2, nothing is original. So stop twisting yourself into pretzels over your idea being perfect or original or winning or, worrying that, oh God, another author already did this. I guarantee you another author or TV show or film already did this. Deep breath, let it go, and just seriously write. What brings an original spark to a novel is how you write it. And if you don't get it in your first go because your first book is probably gonna suck, that's fine. By writing books, you're gonna teach yourself how to write books, how to take tropes and twist them and make them interesting and original. It's a process, so don't worry too much about whether or not you're original, because I promise you, you're not. Write your book. 3, no one cares as much about your magnum opus as you do. Trust me, really, they don't care. So it's gonna be hard for you to get people to drum up any enthusiasm. So when you're wasting your time on Reddit being like, what do you think of this? No one cares, we just don't care. And when you're done with it, it's gonna be hard to find beta readers because no one cares. Your family and friends definitely don't care. Just kind of embrace that it means more to you than it's going to mean to anyone else, especially that first book, which probably sucks. Eventually you can get people to care about your book as much as you do, if not more. But it takes time and it's definitely not gonna happen right away. So just kind of let go of that desperate need for validation and attention and just write your book. 4, on the topic of memoirs and nonfiction. No one cares about your life. No, seriously, no one really cares. Your fascinating life story, I promise you, is not that interesting, at least not to strangers who don't know you. And the reality of publishing specifically is that unless you're famous or have had something incredibly dramatic and famous making happen to you, they really don't care. They're not going to publish your memoir. Write it for you for kicks if you want to, but get off Reddit. Seriously, I see you on Reddit telling me about your memoir, about your harrowing life experience. And no one cares. Seriously, that's some real harsh talk aside from fiction. No one cares about your memoir, because odds are you're 25 and it's just not that interesting. But write it anyway, because all writing is practice, but you're probably not gonna get it published. 5, all of your excuses, including some of the ones I've already mentioned, for not starting and not writing and not pushing through and not finishing your book are bullshit. They're complete bullshit. You're wasting time, you're making excuses, which brings me to reason number 6. Writer's block is an illusion. Writer's block doesn't exist. It's an excuse for not writing. I know what you're saying, but Alexa, sometimes I hit a block with writing. It's hard. Yes, because writing is hard. Writing is freaking hard. Writing a book is very, very hard. It's supposed to be hard. And the thing is, you can't always write when you're inspired. Inspiration is for people who don't finish books. You have to form a writing habit and just force yourself to write even when you don't feel like it. Not feeling like it is this imaginary writer's block. And professionals can teach themselves how to push through this. So writer's block isn't real. Just get on with it. Sidebar though, mental health is real and you should take care of yourself, and every once in a while not wanting to write is a sign that you need a break, but the rest of the time it's not real. 7, traditional publishing isn't evil. They're not out to get you. There aren't gatekeepers because it's like an evil capitalist system that wants to shit on your dreams. Sometimes you're just not good enough. It's just, we're getting real harsh and real. Sometimes you're just not good enough. But that doesn't mean you're not going to be good enough forever. Remember how I said that first book is probably gonna suck? Sometimes your second or your third book will also suck, and so on, or just be wrong for the market, wrong for the moment. Keep writing, keep improving. Traditional publishing isn't evil. Self-publishing is sometimes the best solution for you, but self-publishing shouldn't be your automatic go-to because you think there are a bunch of fat cats in New York smoking cigars, burning money and books and dreams and writers' souls and laughing for funsies. Traditional publishing, the industry, love books. Trust me guys, they're not making as much money as you think they are. Books are a labor of love. They're just looking for good books that they think people will want to buy. So don't play the victim and think of traditional publishing as the fat cat evil dude, and just work on your writing. Try again. Turn that frustration inward and look at yourself. Maybe you just need to practice more or write another book or try a different idea. Which brings me to number 8, which is rejection is a normal part of the process, and you should actually welcome rejection because you're never going to get better unless you experience rejection. You experience rejection, you feel your feelings, you look inward instead of blaming others, and you go, oh, that isn't working. Let me revise this or write another book. Let me try again. This is how you grow as a writer. Writers who are so afraid of rejection that they won't even put themselves out there, they'll default to self-publishing instead of even trying traditional publishing, or just never share their work with anyone. It's a cowardly response to a very human and natural fear because it's really scary putting yourself out there. But my harsh advice to you is, if you aren't willing to put yourself out there, experience rejection, and grow, you won't grow. You'll be stagnant, and that first book that sucks, because it's probably going to suck, your subsequent books will also probably suck because you've learned nothing. So put yourself out there and face rejection. Embrace it, learn, and grow. Number 9, brainstorming endlessly about your book isn't writing. Asking questions on Reddit about your writing isn't writing. Watching this video, hi, thank you for watching, also isn't writing. You can spin your wheels for weeks, months, years, preparing to write, talking about writing. None of it is writing. The thing is, so many of us prefer having written to actually writing, but you have to actually write to have written. So stop procrastinating, wait for the video to finish, and then go write. Seriously, the harshest advice I can give you is you have to write. Write. Which brings me to number 10, which isn't my harshest piece of advice, but it is the realest. Writing is largely solitary. You do it by yourself. It's largely thankless because seriously, no one cares as much as you do 95 to 99% of the time. And it's full of rejection and disappointment because that's a natural part of the process. You know, people won't want to read it as a beta reader. Agents will reject it. Publishers will reject it. You get a book deal and then reviewers don't like it. It's just a constant cycle and it never goes away. So you have to be in writing for the right reasons, and those right reasons are not money or external validation from other people, accolades, wanting accolades. You have to like writing, love writing, even when you hate it. And whether that's just this desire to do storytelling and so you deal with all the writing bullshit part of it, I say as someone who doesn't even really like drafting. I love revising, actually. I love editing. Find the thing that you love and pursue that thing. Or try different strategies, invent games to make writing the fun that you want to have. Because ultimately, writing should be fun. It should be pleasurable, even when it's torture, and it is often torture because it is solitary. You're doing it by yourself and it's so thankless most of the time and disappointing and full of rejection. So you have to stomach all of that stuff, but still come back to it over and over and over again because you love it. Otherwise, you're just someone who's sitting out there who likes the idea of being a writer more than being a writer. And so you need to write. Write. Throw away all the bullshit and the fear and the excuses and write. You can't be a writer unless you write, and you can't get better unless you write. So go do the thing. That's my harsh advice here from me to you. Have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed that. I mean everything I said, by the way, even if I'm cranking the sarcasm up a little bit. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I have plenty of snark in my heart and advice to give. I can make more videos like this. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I post new videos 2 to 3 times a week, all with craft advice and pep talks, writing hacks, information about the publishing industry, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and seriously guys, as always, happy writing. Write your book.